and nachos, and for that reason alone, I am very, very giddy. I have the pork that I portioned into a container. This is just one of a few containers I got out of all of that pork shoulder. I had a little bit of oil in the pan, and it's starting to sizzle away. So I'm going to add some lime juice. And just for a little bit of different flavor, I'll add some cumin. You can just grab a package of taco seasoning if you want, whatever seasoning you like for nachos. And just for fun, I'm going to grab some hot sauce and sprinkle that in just to add a little extra something something to the pork. And then I have a can of black beans that I drained, and I'll add the beans to the pork. So this is just going to be a great kind of meat and protein mixture for the nachos. All right, that is looking good. So it's time to build the nachos. One of my favorite activities. I'm very comfortable building nachos. So just regular tortilla chips, and I have shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and then I put the meat and bean mixture on top of the cheese. It is so satisfying to have all of this pork in the fridge. In fact, I'm proving my point because Lad called me, and he, Josh, and Dell are at the shop working on a project, and I'm going to take them some sandwiches. I'm going to use some of the pork to make sandwiches. So, as I said, it's happening already. I'm always glad when I make that pork shoulder. Okie doke, and then the rest of the cheese goes on. So it's kind of like a big layer of cheese first, and then a smaller layer at the end. All right, the nachos go into the oven, not for very long. I've got it set to 425, and I'll put them in there just for about 5 minutes until the cheese is melted and bubbly. So while the nachos bake, let's look in and see what Lad Drummond is up to. Just to fill you in, Lad's got a big project he's working on. They're digging a new pond for the ranch. Ponds provide water for the cattle. Today he's working on the overflow pipe with Dell, Josh, and his nephew, Caleb, who showed up unexpectedly. They've got to get pipes from the shop onto the back of a truck.
No, that first pipe was heavy.
And up to the pond side. And then Josh is going to weld them together.
Well, I'll meet y'all up there. Now you grab that welding truck, all right? All right, thank you, guys.
It's a really busy day on the ranch, as usual. It's too bad I can't deliver nachos to Lad. I don't think the melted cheese would be quite as good, but he would love these. So now I want to add all sorts of good stuff. Avocado that I sliced, and I'm laying it over the nachos. Oh, I love avocado. So scrumptious. Alrighty, and then some hot sauce again. I like to just kind of drizzle it. And some cilantro leaves. I can't have enough of these. I think the freshness is just perfect with the hot, gooey nachos. And then sour cream, I just usually pick a spot right in the center and do a nice little dollop there. So we've got to have some kind of salsa. You can do a jarred salsa, but I like pico de gallo. It's diced tomatoes, red onion, jalapenos, lots of lime juice, lots of cilantro, and that's it. A little more cilantro, and if you do this right, you'll barely be able to see what's underneath because you have so many toppings. But then it's all a surprise. There you have it. Nachos for dinner. It's definitely a thing in our house. You should make it a thing in your house.